features the home Alamance Warriors from Alamance and the visiting Patriots from Liberty Christian. As before we pray, the NCCSA wishes to remind us of the association's theme verse, which is 1 Corinthians 10:31. Whether therefore you eat or drink or whatsoever you do all to the glory of God. For the Christian, sportsmanship is godliness applied to games. And we all purpose to glorify God as fans, players, and coaches who represent our schools. Please stand for prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Lord God, we thank you once again for the day you've given us. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity we have to take part in this basketball game this evening. Pray you be with each player. May these guys play the very best of their ability. May all that's said and done on the basketball court and the stands, Lord, be pleasing to you, I pray, in your Son's name. Amen. Starting with the visiting Patriots of Liberty. I see the number 11, Elijah Farrington. And we see the number 22, Jimmy Carlino. Our freshman, number 23, Cameron Daniel.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's game between the Alamance Christian Warriors and the Liberty Christian Patriots. This is the boys 2A North Carolina Christian Schools Association semifinal between the Warriors and the Patriots. Alamance comes in as the number 1 seed in the West, playing across divisions. They'll play the number 2 seed Liberty Christian out of the East. Alamance Christian comes in with a record of 19-3. Liberty Christian comes in with a record of 10-1. First time these two schools have met in a couple of years. Last time they met was back in December of 2018 when Liberty Christian hosted a Christmas tournament, and in that one the Warriors got the best of the Patriots, winning 66-56 on their way to winning the 2019 state championship. Should be an entertaining game, should be a very close game. Got a lot of experience out on the floor and a lot of talent out on the floor. For the Liberty Patriots, their starting lineup will include number 11, Elijah Farrington, a senior. Cameron Daniels, a very talented freshman, number 23. 35, Jacques Peak, a junior. Noah Stanley, another junior, number 50. Big man in the middle there. And number 22, Blaine Carlino, another the only lone senior out there. For Alamance, it's the traditional starting 5 that has been all year. Number 3, Johnny Klein. Number 4, Josh Funk. Number 11, Dean Wells. Number 24, Dawson Link. And number 31, Nate Bivens. First shot is off and rebounded by Dean Wells, and just Alamance Christian all the way. Funk from the corner for 3. Little jacked up there, a little long. Daniels with the rebound comes in for the forecourt. Alamance Christian starting out in a 2-3 zone. Bivens with the tap out. You see Liberty trying to work that ball inside to their big man. Daniels will inbound it from underneath the right of the basket. Out to And that comes out the front of the rim. Funk with the rebound. Quickly into the forecourt. Link now with it up top. Over to Klein. Klein driving in. Comes off and rebound by Stanley. And no score here, first minute in. And we're going to have our first foul of the game as Jack Peak go over the lane. He's going to get 2. That first foul's on Johnny Klein. His first, team's first. Peak will have 2. Peak's the second leading scorer for the Patriots. That first one's good. Comes in averaging 15 points, 9 rebounds a game, 2.5 assists, and 3 steals. He's active on the defensive end. And second one is good as well. Makes it 2-0 here to start the contest. Lake now brings it across. Working off the pick by Bivens. Back out to Wells. They'll move it around Klein for 3. That one's a little strong. And we've got a kick ball. A smart play there by Link to race in and grab that loose ball. They got to Klein. They'll come off and set the pick. Link. Oh, nice little pass right there. And that's 2 for Klein, and we got a tied up ball game here. Nice assist there by Link. James now up top, and he's going to loft a long 3, and that's good. It's 5-2 Liberty. Now working off that screen. Drives in. Bivens with the rebound, back up. Offense, Stanley comes in. Stanley takes up a lot of space in there, but you won't see the Christian Warriors back away from driving in. 22 for 3, and he's good on that. And quickly, an 8-2 lead for Liberty Christian here in the early going. Time back up top now with it. Wells on the left wing, looking, thought about it for a minute. Not there, waiting to get back out, Klein up top. Underneath, Funk with the easy 2. 8-4. We're 3 minutes in here to the opening period. Peak for 3, that one's in and out. And that one's off the hands of Klein and the Liberty ball underneath. Up top. Moving in, number 11 now. That was off and rebound by Klein, and Allen quickly up to the front court. Got moving that ball around. Wells for 3. That one's going to be a little long. And Stanley again was about 3rd rebound of the game so far. Daniels for 3, and that one's off. Rebound by Bivens, and quickly into the front court for Dawson Link. He's going to drive on 22, and he's fouled. He's going to get 2. That's the first one on Carlino. Link will be at the line to shoot 2. Dawson, one of the leading scorers for the Warriors, along with Johnny Klein and Josh Funk. His first one roused around and out. We've got subs coming in for Liberty Christian. Number 24, Jacob Walker, and number 4, Angel Petrie. Both of them are juniors. And Link's good on the second one. Makes it 8-5 here with 4.5 to play in the opening quarter. Driving the baseline. That's easy for Stanley with that. Alamance Christian will look to bring it up, break any kind of press that's available. You can see number 4 has been installed in the game to basically play Dawson Link one-on-one. Just gets past it, and there's a foul. That's going to be his first, team's third. I should say team's second, but we've got a masked timeout here. 3:58 to play. Liberty Christian up 10-5 here in the opening quarter. You get a chance to get caught up and acquainted with a couple of these teams here. I mentioned the leading scorers for the Alamance Christian Warriors. For Liberty Christian, you've seen play 23 Daniels, the talented freshman, leading a team, scoring average of 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per game. And Noah Stanley, the big man in the middle, average of 10 points and 7 rebounds. Team comes in for Liberty, scoring average of just under 65 points with a defensive scoring average of 55.6, just under a 10-point plus-minus differential. For Alamance Christian, they come in a scoring average of 70.4 points per game and defensive of 52.4 with plus 18. And if you've watched Alamance Christian play at all this year, you've seen the same kind of thing we're seeing here, kind of off to a slow start. This is kind of normally what happens, and then things kind of kick in, and all of a sudden they tend to get some big runs. We'll see if that's something that happens for the Warriors tonight. Again, as mentioned, 4 seem to be inserted just basically to pester Dawson Link. Funk now with it in the corner, up top to Nate Bivens. Ball in Dawson's hands now. Peachy's going to pressure him. Dawson working on him. This wasn't where Johnny thought Johnny would be. So turnover for the Warriors. Daniels with it up top, looking around. Petrie with it up top, looking for Daniels in the corner, not there. So wide. Over to Walker, back around. Moving it over, Petrie gets inside to Pete. And it's called Bivens with the foul. It's going to be his first. And they're going to award him a couple shots at the free throw line. Thought that might have been on the floor, but Peak now with a couple of free throws. Misses the first. Step up here now for his second. And he makes the second one. Increases the lead now to 11-5 for Liberty. And it's an easy layup to Klein. That's a nice pass from Funk on the side. It's 11-7. Daniels into the forecourt. Up top. Trying to work. There's Daniels with a 3. Stanley with the, basically just able to outreach everybody and put it back in. 13-7. Alamance Christian quickly up to the forecourt. Funk over to Wells. Over to Klein. Klein going to take it right to Stanley. Almost picked off by Peak. Again, Wells looking, he's going to get it out to Funk. He's going to drive in, and he's going to lay it in for 2. That makes it 13-9 here with just over 2.5 to play. Peak up to Daniels. Back up top now. Petrie. About to see if he really is going to shoot from out there, if he's just playing with it, see what the defense will do. Daniels again going to drive the baseline. Spins, comes in short. Nice block out there, and it's a release for Josh Funk. And he's going to go up, and it's going to get, oh, it's the rim's out. Nice defensive down there, and quickly right into Stanley, and he's going to make it. And it's 15-9. Bivens now, back up top to Wells, and Wells going to get caught for travel. He's got his feet ahead of himself there. A sub now for Liberty. It's number 5. Luke Green Jr. comes in and going to give Daniels a break. Petrie with it, looking there. Yep. Up top to Peak. He's going to take it. And that's going to be good for 2. And makes it 17-9. Klein with it up top. Nothing there for Dawson Lake. Stanley using his big body to reverse things. Rebound here now by 24. It's a good hustle rebound right there by Walker. He's got Stanley now to Petrie, and he walked with it. Got a little quick on that. That'll be Alamance Christian's ball here. I'll bring it up on the right side. Davis comes flashing up to the top. Over Klein up top. We'll work Dawson down below. Up there, Wells looking for it into Funk. He's good, and that's a foul, and it's good. So he's got 2 more for Josh Funk, and he's going to line. First foul against number 5, Luke Green, team's 3rd. Funk will go to the line with 40.5 seconds to play here in the first quarter. And comes off the front of the rim, Peak with the rebound. Peak. Fighting for the rebound, and he gets his own. Stanley in there, he gets it, he's fouled. He's going to shoot for 2. And that's going to be on Bivens. That'll be his 2nd. Team's 3rd. Stanley will be at the line to shoot 2. Liberty Christian up 17-11. And that one is off the back of the rim. Stanley now for his 2nd. And it'll be down there by Dean Wells quickly up front. Josh Funk taking it to number 5 again, and he just misses. Come off hard a couple times, unfortunately for Josh. Here comes Walker. In the lane, misses. Wells with the rebound. Nice quick pass outlet to Klein. Klein will take. He'll go right to the rim. And that comes off the side. So a little unfortunate for the Warriors. And that ends up our first period with the visitors from Liberty Christian up 17-11. See what kind of adjustments Coach Jerry Bailey, the head coach of the Alamance Christian Warriors, has in mind here heading into the 2nd period. Coach Bailey's assisted there by Josh Howard and Joe Bailey. For Liberty, their coaches include Amon Vincente, Branson Reagan, and Kyler Kettner. And they enjoy a 6-point lead right now as we get ready for the 2nd period. Both teams come in with some good win streaks. Liberty's coming in off a 6-game win streak. Their last loss on January 6th to Berean. For Alamance, they come in on a 10-game win streak, and coincidentally enough, their last loss was on January 12th as well, down at Faith Christensen. So 2 teams that have been on win streaks and know how to win. When you look at a combined record of 29-4, 3 losses for Alamance and 1 for Liberty. So I don't think you'll see panic in either one of these teams. I think you'll see a fight to the end here. Fine, now we're back out to Funk. Link with it now up top. Drive on Petrie. Nice little dish. And there it is to Funk. It's 17-13. 4-point. Petrie now with it outside. Looking there for Daniels inside. Who's going to turn? With his left. He's going to get called for over the back. That'll be his first. Team's 4th. Liberty Christian gives their big man Stanley a break here. Klein now with it. And to Funk. Thought about for a minute. He's going to drive. He's going to dish back out to Nate. Oh. Kept in there but lost eventually by the Warriors. And it's a turnover, heading the other direction. Green with it now. Peak, drive it in. Nice defense by the Warriors, and he's going to release out to Dawson. And Dawson's going to go in with an easy 2. And it's now 17-15. Liberty working the ball around the perimeter. That's 2 for Green. For Daniels inside there, and that makes it 19-15. Funk with it up top. Okay. Working inside to Wells. Wells gets him on his shoulder, and we got a foul on, I believe it's going to be on 35 here. I'm going to say it's on the floor, I believe. It is 35. That's his first, team's 5th. We've got some substitutions, some people coming back in. 22, Lane Carlino comes in. Comes back in, I should say, for Liberty. There's a nice one. Klein left wide open off that little reverse. And it's now 19-17. Just over 6 to play here in the second quarter. Let's see. That's going to be the second on Daniels, taken there by Johnny Klein. And that's going to be the 16th foul against Liberty. And we're going to have a couple substitutions. Looks like Daniels going to take a seat with his second. And Peak's coming out. Coming back in for Liberty will be Elijah Farrington and Noah Stanley. Opportunity for the Warriors to tie this ball game up or even potentially take a lead. And that's a little lax in that pass. Thankfully, it didn't cost them. Bucks now with it. Now Carlino has the task of trying to stay with Link. He's working the ball. Nice Dean Wells for 3 from the side, and he's fouled. He's going to be going for 3, and that's on Walker. That's his second. That's the 7th on the team. So Alamance will be in the bonus from this point forth in the rest of the second quarter. And Dean Wells is going to have 3 shots here. First one is good. Second one is a little hard on the back iron, back out. In the game now, number 21, Daniel McBride for Liberty. And third one's good for Wells, and we have a tie ball game here. 5.5 minutes into the second quarter, 19-19. McBride for 3. He nails it. Coming in the ball game, get yourself a nice quick basket. Recovered by Funk and Klein. Makes it 22-21. Warriors now trying to put a little pressure on this. Liberty moving the ball around quickly. Here comes Walker. No good. We got a whistle. Going that way, and it's going to be shooting one-on-one. Second foul on Walker. 8th team on the foul. And he's shooting one-on-one here. I believe it's going to be Johnny Klein going to the line. Meanwhile, Jacques Peak, number 35, will make his way back in the ball game and give Walker a rest after he picked up his second. No real foul trouble. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, Bivens has 2 for Alamance, and for Liberty, Daniels has 2. Walker has 2. And the first one is out. Stanley with the rebound. Quickly into the forecourt. Trying to drive. Nice little steal by Funk. And that lead for Bivens, maybe a little too much. He tries to save it. It does. But it's coming the other way. Warriors are not afraid to run out on turnovers and rebounds like that. Here's a little turnover. Saved there by Liberty. McBride turns it over now. Link the other way quickly. He's going to drive all the way in, and he's fouled. That foul's going to go against Farrington. That's his first, team's 9th. And Link will go to the line to shoot 2. First one's up and good. That ties us up at 22. He gets ready to take the next. And the second one is good, and that gives Alamance their first lead of the game. 23-22, just over 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter. McBride now with it up top. He's going to look to swing it around. They're going to go in the corner. Nothing there. Going to go inside the peak. And that's an easy, fucking good look there on the side from Carlino. 24-23 Liberty. 4 to play. Should have a mask timeout here next dead ball. There's Link for 3. That one's going to come off hard. Stanley with the rebound. Pulls it away. Klein trying to get his hands in there, maybe disrupt his ability to hold on to it. Peak now with it. Out to Farrington. McBride now back out to Farrington. We're working it. Peak. Oh, they're going to call foul on Nate Bivens, and that's unfortunately going to be his 3rd. Fourth of the game for. We're going to have a sub here now. Colton Hersey. Junior comes in for Bivens. He'll be tasked with trying to keep an eye on. Surprised they didn't call the mass timeout there. See what happens if they remember it next dead ball. And that'll take another charge taken there by Johnny Klein. That's the first foul on Stanley. 10th foul on the team. And that's going to be, shoot 2, and we're going to mass timeout here. 3:19 to play. Liberty leading 24-23. And it is what we thought it was going to be, a close ball game here. I mentioned we're a little more than halfway through the second quarter. Liberty leading 24-23. How did these two teams get here? What was their tournament road? For Liberty, they had a first-round game where they just crushed Faith Christian Academy 78-36. And then on Tuesday night, they beat Tabernacle 56-51. For Alamance, they had a first-round bye, and they won a really exciting game against Wilmington Christian on Tuesday night. A buzzer beater off a missed 3 and put back in by Johnny Klein to give them the 54-52 win. Reminiscent of NC State's national championship victory almost 40 years ago now, with Jim Valvano running around the court. But that's what it is here, as he always said, survive and advance, and that's what the Warriors did on Tuesday, and here they are in the semifinals. Funk now brings it up court. Over to Link. Drives in, finds, and there's another foul, and this one's on 11. That'll be his second. Team's, 11th, but we're in the bonus, double bonus now, so Klein will have 2 anyways. He was fouled on the shot. First one's up and good. Ties the ball game at 24. The sub now is Andrew Petrie, the junior, will come in and replace the senior Elijah Farrington, who picked up his second. And he immediately goes over and stands right next to Dawson Lane. Climbed for the second one, and that comes off, and Stanley with the rebound, and he gets it out quickly. 24-24. Petrie just holding it out there. Peak takes the long three, and that's good. That puts Liberty up by 3, 27-24. Lake now. Dawson will not hold back. He'll charge. We've got a foul. So he's going to be shooting 2. Foul's on number 4. And Petrie, that's his second. Not quite sure what just happened there. Okay. Let's see if I can find out what happened there. On who? On Dawson. So Dawson picked up a technical, unfortunately, on that. He's going to shoot the 2. He missed the first one. And then we'll go down the other end. And Liberty will send somebody to the line. And the second one is good. That makes it 27-25. And Jack Peak will find his way to the free throw line, and he's going to shoot a couple. First one is up and spins its way in off the back of the iron. Peak does a little imaginary low 5s to teammates on the blocks. Second one is up and good. That puts it 29-25. So what could have been a 2-point becomes a 4-point swing. Petrie comes out with the 2, and that brings in Ross Chambly, another junior, his first action of the night. Peak now with it. That's a loss by shot, almost lost it by Chambly. Was able to recoup it. Cross court. That's a tough pass to make. Stanley, we're going to get Try, I think, with a foul. But he was moving into him. Yeah. And that's going to be Johnny's second. They'll send Stanley to the line. He's 0 for 2 from the charity stripe so far. And he makes the first one. And a little hard on that second one. Nice read down there by Wells. Swatted out of bounds there by Peak. Peak already has 10 points in the game. So we got a timeout called by Liberty, 30 seconds. So kind of get you reset here. Liberty up by 5, 30-25. Late here in the second quarter. Coach Jerry Bailey has only had 1 substitution here, and that's not uncommon. That's a very senior-dominated lineup, and these kids have been playing together for a long time, and it shows in the way they play. They have a good sense of where each other is, and they trust each other, and they work hard for each other. And I know he can't ask for more than that from his players. As we get ready to put the ball back in, Wells will inbound it to Funk. 2:27 to play here in the second. Liberty by 5. Up to Hershey up top. Klein. Wells misses short. Rebound by. Now Peak with it. Gets around. Chambly with it up top. Moves it over. They're really working to try to get to Peak, and you see Josh Funk is not going to let him have a lot of space. In the corner now to McBride, he drives. And there's a third charge taken by the Christian Warriors. That one against number 21, David McBride. And that's going to bring in number 5 back in the ball game. Luke Green. one of the many juniors on this Patriot team. Buck now will bring it into the forecourt. Nick now being not guarded so tightly as much. Real quick on that trigger, try to get that ball in Dean, looking outside. So an unforced turnover there by the Warriors. Peak will bring up, Funk on him. Chambly now trying to figure out trying to get it back to Peak. He does. Peak being guarded closely by Funk. He's going to work off of that screen set by his teammate. He's going to drop a 2. He's off to a hot start. He's got 12 here in the first half. And he's really been the player of the game for Liberty so far. Here comes Klein. And he's going to get called. He's going to go to the line. And that's going to be the second on the big man for Liberty. Stanley's second. Klein's going to be at the line to shoot 2. First one is good. Makes it 32-26. Stanley's probably going to sit for the rest of this half. Protect those 2 fouls. Checking back in for Liberty's number 21, David McBride. And the second one's good for Klein. Cuts it, makes it down to a 5-point ball game. Oh, and there's a nice steal by Hersey, and he just misses the Funk there to grab the rebound. Back into Klein. Oh, and it gets tapped away by number 22, Carlino. Oh, nice block there by Wells. We're right into the hands of another player for Liberty up top to Peak, and he's going to shoot for 3, and that thing is good. Not much to down on shot by Funk. There goes Link in, and that one travels, drops 4. Alamance Christian. And we've got a foul against Colton Hersey. It's going to be his first, team 7th. They'll be shooting 1-on-1. We'll be playing Carlino, one of the 2 seniors on this team. Steps to the line for the first one, and it's off. And Ian Wells with the rebound. Dawson with it now. So Colton Hersey into Klein, and Klein's going to go right to it, and he's going to put it in. And cuts it down to a 4-point game here with 30 seconds to play in the second quarter. No pressure there. And that one is good by number 5. Luke Green, that puts the lead back up to 7. Here comes Dawson, and he's good, and he's fouled. He's got a chance for a 3-point play here. That foul's on number 22, Carlino, his second. Dawson leads for 2 now. Steps up and sinks it. That makes it a 4-point ball game. Liberty being pressured in the back. Chambly now, out again. That one looks like stand by 5. He's come up big here the last 2 possessions. Link quickly. And that shot comes off the front of the rim. And Liberty's fired up. They're going to take a 7-point lead into halftime here. 41-34. We're going to take a break here. Let you kind of go do whatever you might want to do. Come back. We'll be back here in about 8 minutes. See if we can get some stats and get you updated for the second half. Again, your score is Liberty Christian 41, Alamance Christian 34. Welcome back as we get ready for the second half of this 2A state championship semifinal match between Liberty Christian, who enters the second half with a 7-point lead over Alamance, 41-34. Just get you caught up a little bit. 15 team fouls against Liberty in the first half to 7. So we'll see how that affects the play for Liberty. They don't have anybody in trouble. We've got but a bunch of guys with 2 fouls. For Alamance, they've got one player, Nate Bivens, a defensive warrior for them, with 3 fouls, and Johnny Klein with 2 fouls. So we'll see what the foul situation plays out. Again, 7-point lead, second quarter. A bit more scoring went on in that. Alamance Christian found a bit of a groove. Had 23, and Liberty had 24, but it should be an exciting final 2 quarters here as Liberty inbounds the ball, and it's Peak right away. He was the player in the first half. He had 15, which is his normal game average, so he's playing ahead of pace right here for himself. He's walking out of Peak. He loses the handle, and it's linked quickly to Funk with the left-handed put in. And it's 41-36 here, so 30 seconds in, Alamance gets on the board. If you just joined us, Alamance Christian in their home whites, Liberty in the road blacks. Klein with the rebound. Quickly up, and he's fouled. That one's going to be against number 22, Carlino, and that's his second. Team first here in the second half. And Petrie will come in immediately for him. He's going to come and replace Carlino. We'll see. Petrie's job in the first half was to stick with Dawson Link. And we'll see if he does the same thing here in the second half. And it appears to be that's his job. Wherever Dawson goes, he's supposed to go. Klein now with it up top for 3. He's got it. He's going to shoot. He's going to come up short in front of the rim, and an easy rebound for Stanley. Peak now with it to Walker on the right side. All the way across now to Petrie. Daniels now back out. Petrie driving. I need to travel. He lowered that shoulder and tried to drive it in. Official wasn't having any of it. Turnover, Patriots. Funk now with it. Link now with it up top. That one comes up short, and Klein with Stanley with the rebound. Peak now is he's got it going tonight. That's 2 more for him. He's back up to a 7-point lead. Wells long off that 3. Daniels with the rebound. He's looking to go maybe coast to coast. And they're going to give a no call there. And they're going to give 2 to Daniels, and it's a 9-point ball game. Another unforced turnover by Alamance Christian. Daniels for 3, comes off. Klein with the rebound. He's quickly pushing up into the forecourt. And we got a foul on Klein. They call an offensive hand. Looked like the official across the way was going to call a blocking foul, but near official called a charge. That's Klein's 3rd. And so Sherry Bailey's going to call for a 30. Try to get his guys settled down a little bit. As Liberty has come out quickly here and expanded their lead to 9. Let's see what kind of adjustments need to be made here, or will be made. And as is tradition with Coach Bailey timeouts, there's calmness, there's instruction, and there's go get them, and never seems to get riled up and keeps his guys focused on what's the task at hand. All right, we're going to get ready back to play here. 5:55 to play here in the 3rd. Liberty will bring it in. Here comes Daniels up the court, the left-hander. Out to Walker for 3, and that one's going to come off, and that's going to be Funk. Caps it back himself to Wells. Up the court quickly to Klein. Klein to Wells. Funk now will circle out, and he'll set the offense up top. Link on the far right. There comes Funk charging right at, and he goes in, and that's no foul, and that's Peak over the back of Klein, and nothing there. Daniels up and underneath for 2, and the lead now is 11. Klein now with it in the paint. Wells over to Bivens. Bivens for 3. Comes up short. Klein with the rebound. He's going to take it in. Out to Funk. Just not much second chance opportunity with Stanley in the middle. He just eats up a lot of space in there. Dawson to Wells. Quick little at the key, and that one's good. Nibbles away at it a little bit. Petrie now with it. Back up top to Walker. Walker with it. Daniels now. Back over to Petrie. Into Stanley. And that's a charge. That's a gutsy way to stay in there by Klein. You got 3, and you've got a big man like that. And now that's 3 on Stanley. And quickly, Farrington comes off the bench, and he replaces Stanley. Coach Vincente wanting to keep this big man out of picking up a 4th here. And now we got an offensive foul against Dawson, pushed off on Petrie. That's his 2nd, team's 2nd. We're going to have a turnover here. So it's going to be Liberty ball. And that's again, it's uncharacteristic of Alamance. They've now had and another pickup time against Farrington, his 3rd. Fine. I think that's the 4th charge he's taken, and that's usually Nate Bivens' job. And now all of a sudden Farrington comes out and Luke Green steps in. Green had 2 big threes late in that second quarter. Both of them a little uncontested, and he nailed them both. And that was a big push for Liberty to get that lead. Now Wells up top for 3, and that one's good. And it's now a 6-point ball game. Daniels now with it. Asks for the screen. To Peak. Picked out there by Klein, and Warriors are off and running. Funk with it. And he lays it in. And now it's down to 4. It's 47-43 here with just under 4 minutes to play. Peak now is going to take it up top, and he's going to come up short. Klein with the rebound. He's going to work through 2. He's going to drive probably all the way, and that one is out of bounds. And then what? We got a foul here. Yep, we do have a foul. Not clean, and that's going to be on number 35, Peak. That's his 2nd. And Klein is going to be at the line, but they're going to call mass timeout here with 3:42 to play here. And once down by 11, Alamance has worked its way back to down by just 4. And again, as we mentioned, the timeout call by Jerry Bailey really was able to calm his guys down after Liberty got out to a quick, expanded the lead they had, got them calmed down, got themselves in, and they picked some things up, converted some easy baskets, some good defensive stops, and now they've got it down to 4. And we have got another exciting ball game here in the Alamance Christian Gym. What has become the norm here. It'll be interesting to see in the future if this mass timeout thing will hold once masks are no longer needed. It's an interesting thing when you talk to coaches. Some like them and some don't like it. I think in this situation, Coach Bailey's probably not fond of it because his team's on a run. But we'll see what happens here. Klein now to the line for 2. First one is short. Guys get reset in the second one is up and short again. Both of them short off the front of the rim there for Klein. It's usually not what he does. Walker now with it over to Green. He thought about it. Walker again, back out. Green, the thing about it, Petrie. He's going to launch one. It's going to come up short. Daniels with the rebound. And he's going to spin and use that left hand to turn it up off the glass. Get it back up to 6. Klein now to Wells. Wells trying to show it. He's going to drive in all the way, and it's good. Wells starting to heat up a little bit. He's got 7 of Alamance's last 9. Back down to 4. Green now in the corner. Walker for 3. That one is good. For his third, and it gets a 52-45 here. With just under 3 to play in the third quarter. Funk driving in, goes out. Bevins from the corner, steps in. Little 12-footer comes off short. He gets a little rebound into Funk, who puts it right back up. Liberty coming out with it. Liberty taking their time, coming up into the forecourt. Walker ends up for another 3, and that one's good. And Walker's buried back-to-back 3s. He got the lead back up to 8. Funk down with it. He's going to drive in, and that's going to be a foul on Peak. And that's going to be his third, and Funk will go to the line to shoot 2. Peak 2, 4. And Funk for the first one. Makes it good. He'll get his second. And we've got a couple subs here. As 21 and 10 will come in. That's McBride and Chambly coming in for Liberty. And Peak will sit down with his third. Then Coach Vincente trying to conserve those fouls, and Funk's second one rims out, and Daniels with it. He's up, looking to give it to Green. Funk on him, out to Walker. We're too far away for a 3 here, I think. Back into McBride, he'll look for it, try to get into Daniels, back out to Walker. He'll launch another 3. That one's off, and Wells with it. Off to Link. He's going to come up quickly into the forecourt. Here comes Klein, and he's not there. Wells, over to Bivens, down to Funk. Alamance moving the ball quickly here. Nothing there. They're going to reset and get the Funk up top. Going to work off the screen there. He's going to drive in. Oh, and loses it off his foot. It's going to be in for Daniels, and he's going to lay it in for 2. Just over a minute to play here in the third. Comes right around that screen. Wells in the middle. Turn, little 12-footer. Comes off hard. Klein with the rebound, right back out and misses. We've got a jump ball situation, and we're going to have staying here with the home team. No, yeah, official called it wrong direction. It's white ball. Official came out of the scrub thinking it was Liberty's ball, and the scores table got him corrected. Underneath, we got a kick off of Liberty, and it's going to stay here. In decline, around. It's going to come to Link now for 3, and that one's good. Link has been scoreless for a while, gets back on the board. That's a big 3 for Alamance Christian. They need a stop here. Trying to carry some momentum into the fourth. Funk on Green to Walker. He's turning on Funk, and we got a foul. That's going to be Josh Funk's first, team's third. Chambly underneath, the ball's tied up. And it's going to be Liberty's ball on alternate possession here. 32.7 to play here in the third. Side to take in a drive. A little gypsy do a maneuver there, and he's got himself 2. Quickly down to Link, and he can't lose that ball, goes hard into the water. He looks all right. Not what Alamance was looking here to end the period. We're going to put some full court pressure on here. And Daniel's going to come in and he's going to work on, he's going to get two. No time's going to be called there. 15 seconds to play here, and it's a 10-point lead for Liberty. And we've got a foul against number 10, Shamble. That's his first. Team 6. 7.5 seconds to play here in the third. Ball knocked out of bounds by Chambly. Warriors ball, far side. Wells inbounded. Down. It's declining just off his tips and out of bounds. 5.4 here in the third. And the Liberty see if they can get anything off here. Quick thrust up to Green. He's going to shoot. And that one's good. Time expires here in the third. It's a 13-point lead for Liberty. Liberty with 23 points in that quarter to get to 64, build up a 13-point lead, and just 17 for Alamance. I think the officials are looking to talk to see if there should be more time on the clock after that bucket. I'm not sure if Coach Bailey called timeout or what the call was. I think they called technical on Liberty for bench leaving the bench and hopping onto the floor with time still on the clock, and so we got a technical and Link will shoot 2 with .2 on the clock. A little bit of craziness here at the end of the third quarter. But Fisher's got it right. Can't have the bench come running out onto the floor after a big three like that. So, first one is wins out. And second one is good for Dawson Link. 15 for the game and makes it 12-point. We got 0.2 seconds to go here. This is just a tap in. That's all it's got to be. Can't catch and shoot. 0.2 is just a tap in. We've got a timeout for Coach Bailey. So we're going to see what he's going to try to draw up here with 0.2. It's not going to be much. You just got to throw it towards the rim and maybe get a tap in. Maybe you get a foul. You get a chance to go up and shoot 2, but this is just going to be a high toss and lob, and see if you can push it up into the basket. So we'll see what kind of lob Dean Wells is able to do here. Interesting enough, Liberty is keeping their big guy up and away, and Funk is left alone on that back block. Let's see what can happen here. Just inside midcourt, Wells is going to toss it. It's going to come. And the toss to Funk. And a well-designed play, but just wasn't there. We head into the fourth with Alamance Christian down 12, 64-52. 8 minutes to play here to determine who goes to the championship game tomorrow to play Berean, who was able to get their game in yesterday against Faith Christian, whereas the game here between Alamance and Liberty was postponed due to the ice and slick conditions on the roads, and so they used safety as their guiding principle and moved the game to tonight. So it's been exciting. It's been a long day of basketball here at Alamance Christian. The game's been going on since 2 o'clock. 4 JV championship games earlier today, and now this semifinal. So they'll give the court a breather, and then they'll be back at it again tomorrow at 2 o'clock for 4 more games, and that'll be the varsity. We'll have the varsity set up of 1A girls, 1A boys, 2A girls, and 2A boys. And I said the winner of this will take on Berean for the 2A championship. It'll be Alamance ball on the alternate possession coming in, and Coach Vincente is going to stick with his smaller lineup here. They are a little quicker. There's Green on Klein. Klein turns in for 2, and now it's 10. Into Daniels. He's going to drive in. He's going to take a little jump in front of the foul line and bounces gently up around the rim and in. Lost the ball there by Dawson. And Walker comes away with it, and he's just going to leave it out to Daniels, who's going to spin in. And the foul is going to be called against Dean Wells, his first. Daniels is going to shoot 2. Try to put some more distance on between the Patriots and the Warriors. Good on the first. And Peak will check back into the ball game, replace McBride. Interesting shooting stroke that Daniels has for a kid his size. And he's good on the second. And it's now a 15-point lead, 64-69. With a Funk. In. Lincoln now up top. I'm driving on. Use the hand for a minute. Be able to keep control of it, and then Walker knocks it away. He sends it long and deep. Daniels, and there's Klein with it. And he's going to turn the other direction. We have back-to-back turnovers there. Klein misses, and then Peak with the rebound. Walker trying to get a charge there, but it wasn't there. Now Green, the 3 is short. There's a hustle there by Chambly. Daniels tossed up off the glass. He's got that left hand working down into Klein, and he's going to go up, and he's going to get 2. Remains 15-point advantage for Liberty. Green again, looking for somebody to release it to. Peak now up top. Peak for 3, and that one's going to come off, and it's going to be Bivens with the rebound. So Funk now, working against Daniels. He can drive all the way in. Misses, gets his own rebound, puts it back up. There'll be no... We got timeout now by Liberty with 5:58 to play. 12-point lead for the Patriots, 70-58. And I was just about to say, I don't think you're going to see any quit in this Alamance team. Still plenty of time. A few threes, a couple of defensive stops, and all of a sudden it can make things a little tighter for the Patriots. Coach Vincente trying to get his guys settled into what he wants defensively, it looks like. Coach Bailey talking about what he wants to get here in this final 6 minutes. And I'm sure it's an aggressive approach, trying to get some turnovers against Liberty, trying to get some easy baskets, try to get back into this thing, maybe get it back under 8 or so, or 6 with 4 to play. And Daniels with it. He comes up across, over to Peak. He's going to drive. It's all the way over Chambly, back out to Daniels. He's going to drive in, spin, and that's been his go-to move all night. And an unforced error there. Funk's looking for Link, and Walker was just sitting there waiting for it. And now Walker's going to shoot 3. That one's going to come up short, but he's going to be there for the rebound. Now out to Chambly. He's going to drive on Wells. Back out to Walker for 3. And that one's going to come off. Funk with the rebound. I think that's the thing you're going to start to see right now. We get the tired legs, and tired legs generally don't turn into threes for teams. There's Wells for 3, though, and that's a big help for the Warriors. We got another timeout is going to send the big man back in. Looks like he's taking a full time out there, so he's trying to use his timeouts to curb against any kind of momentum that Alamance might pull up here. So, foul situation. It's 1-on-1 right now for Alamance. 4 fouls against Alamance, so still a few to give before Liberty gets into a one-on-one situation. And we have yet to hit the under 4-minute mark, so still lots of time left here. And these seniors for Alamance are certainly giving everything they have. They don't want to leave their home court, I think, tonight without a W. We'll see what happens here in the next few minutes. It'll be Liberty ball underneath. Givens and Klein are going to check off on Daniels, try to trap him in the corner. Here comes Walker. Out to Green, spins, turns in over to Walker. He's going to look for, we got a kick ball on Wells, so we're going to have to reset, which probably is beneficial because Stanley had what looked to be a pretty easy layup there. Daniels to inbound it. Walker coming around the corner. Stanley there. Goes it for Daniels up top. Bivens on him. Underneath, nice tip away by Funk. Funk will look, he'll come all the way. It's not there. Taken around by Daniels. And now Daniels coming the other way with it. And Funk comes up and look at that. Right way. We go with Lynch. He's going to take it in. He's going to score. It's now 70-63 with 4:38 to play. Peak now going to take control. He calls out a play, gets it into the freshman's hands. He's off to Green. Switches off to Walker, gives a little shove there. Green now from the corner 3. Pressured by Dawson. Now we're going to get a foul on Funk here. That'll be the 5th on the Warriors. 2nd on Funk, and it'll be Liberty Christian's ball on the side. Some jockeying going on here. Into Walker. Stanley with it. And he just powers up a 2. That breaks the little run by the Warriors. We head to the 4-minute mark here of the 4th quarter. Funk now, peek on him, backs off. Klein for 3. And that one comes off hard. And Dawson just kind of watched it there. Funk couldn't quite get his hand on it. And Walker comes away with it. And he goes in. Little underneath scoop. And that's 4. And that gets the lead back up to 11. For Liberty. Link now with it. Walker on him. Walker's had a big impact on tonight's game. Might not show up in scoring, but he's taken assignments against offensive players, and he's had a calming hand here and there and made a couple clutch threes. And then there's Daniels with a spin move of his that seems like he's been working on that in the driveway quite a bit, because that puts the lead back up to 13 now for Liberty. Link now with it. And loses it, gets it back underneath the Klein, and no foul against Stanley there, caught a clean block, and Daniels now to Stanley, and he misses it, but gets it right back in. That game's back up to 15, so what was once 7 is now 15. Link for 3, and that one's going to come off, and play's getting a little sloppy here. I think those guys are looking for that timeout. And we're going to have a foul here called against. Find out. Number 4, that's Funk. That's his 3rd. 2:45. And they're going to call for the mass timeout here. So Alamance clawed it way back in. Got it down to 7 at 70-63. And then 8 straight points by Liberty. Expanded this lead back up to 15. And tall task ahead of the Warriors here. See what they can do in the final 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Both coaches working with their teams. Coach Vincente reminded them what he needs them to do to close this thing out. Coach Bailey reminded his squad what they need to do to try to get back into this and put some pressure on Liberty, maybe force them into some turnovers, and get back in it here quickly. Unfortunately, at this point, time is not on their side. Walker at the line. And first one is good. And the second one is good. Both teams will be in the bonus from this point forward. Now Funk. Cross. Looking for the screen by Wells. Drive over to Link. Link's going to try to drive baseline, get it out to Klein for three, and that one's going to come off the bank. And the bank is open, and that's good for Klein for three. We're going to get a foul on Funk, and that, of course, is going to be his fourth and seventh on the team, so we're going to be shooting 1-on-1 here. Jacques Peak at the line, shoot 1-on-1. And that one comes out, and Klein with the rebound. Klein taking it all the way. And that's good, and he is fouled. And he's going to shoot one, and that foul is on number 50. That's his fourth. Just reached out that big paw his and got him, and Klein makes it good. And you got a timeout here. Being called by full timeout being called by Coach Bailey here. 80-69. So I've got Klein's for 21 or 23 points so far. Funk with about 18, Link with about 15 to 17. So they've been doing their job. For Liberty, Daniels has come alive here in the second half. I remember he sat a good portion of the first half when he picked up that second foul, and it was kind of like the Jacques Peak show in the first half, and it's been the Cameron Daniels show here in the second half. So we step here back onto the court, and Liberty sends out Walker, Daniels, Stanley, Peak, and Green. And the same starting five for Alamance Christian. They're going to pick up full court. Into Daniels, Bivens on him, being pressured there as well by. Rotates over from Wells. Walker spins back out with it. Gets it to Green, Funk on him. Up to Peak up top, 2 minutes to play. He's going to try to work up. There's a nice steal by Klein, and he's going to go in. Uncontested. 2 more for Klein, and it's an 80-71, and there's going to be a foul on Klein. That'll be his fourth, team's eighth, and I think Peak will go to the line and shoot 1-on-1 here. That's 4 on Klein now, 4 on Funk. Peak now at the line. And that one comes off, and Klein gets the rebound. He pushes, he knows what he's doing right. Look at all the travel on him. Klein. John looked like to call him for traveling. Kind of tripped up his feet, and he's going to try to walk it off and stay in here. And now going to have some maintenance on the floor, clean up the wet spots so we're going to have any slips down there. That would have been a big opportunity there if he could have finished that off and got it down to 7 with a minute and 40 to play. So looks like we're ready to play. Official feels good with it. Johnny seems to be moving around okay, but he's gonna get in a sub here. And Zach Beck's going to come in, and he's going to give Johnny a break, and Zion Latour is going to come in, and he's going to step in for Josh Funk, who I think what coach is looking to do here is he's got 2 guys with 4 fouls, and he's probably doing an offensive, defensive, and probably looking for them to create foul situations on that. Latour now pulls up, peek, and there's a foul going to be on Dawson Link. That's his third, and sure enough, here we're going to have Funk and Klein coming back in. We'll see Beck and Latour come out. That's 9 fouls now against Alamance, so next one we'll put Liberty in the double bonus. And Peak now has missed his last 2 one-on-one opportunities. See what he does here. And that one is good. Liberty gets everybody back on the defensive end except for one. A little bit of pressure on that right side. Daniels lined up in there. Then makes the second one. Those were big. And that ball taken away by Peak. Quickly over to Daniels. You see that happen all the time where a team will roll it up trying to conserve time, and Peak was right on top of it. Knocked it away, and again, another unforced turnover by Alamance. Here comes Walker along the baseline. That one comes off strong. He gets his own rebound. He has been a lot of positive energy for the Patriots tonight. We head to the minute mark. Here's Peak. He's going to drive in, look to Stanley, and that's going to be an easy layup. I think some of the Liberty fans are starting to sense it now. Here comes Link now. He's going to step back for 3, and that one comes off, and Stanley with the rebound. He's been effective on the glass tonight, as you would expect with that big frame. And he's got a foul against Josh Funk, and that, unfortunately, is going to be his 5th, and looks like that'll be the end of his career here at Alamance Christian. I have him for 17. Great career here for Josh, great player. Finishes his last 2 seasons with 40 wins. Just kind of we talk about the glue guys. He certainly is that for Alamance Christian. Just solid on both ends, good leadership skills, plays the game the right way. As Walker sinks that one. And he sinks the second one. Klein now, out to Link. Link's going to shoot for 3, and that one's going to rim in and out. Klein not giving up. He just battles for that rebound. He gets it out, and he shoots 3. Coming off the back, about there. Stanley with the rebound out to Daniels. He pulls it back out with 24 seconds to play. Coach is calling for him just to hold it and move it around. It's a 15-point lead. Peak with it. And that's going to be 5 on Klein. And that will be the end of Johnny's career. A great career for the senior. In comes number 21, Caleb Sloat, the other senior on the team. The rest is he's pulling off the rest of the seniors. Let the home crowd appreciate them. As I mentioned, this is a great group of seniors. Won a state championship a couple years ago with sophomores. Lost in the semis last year. Unfortunately, looks like they're going to lose again in semis this year. Won soccer state championships. So a winning group of young men. And now in the game as well is a young freshman, Luke Varga, who we'll see a lot of in the next 3 years here for Alamance. And Peak makes good on the first one. And makes it 16 with 12.8 seconds to play. And he makes the second one. Hershey with it now over to Beck. Beck will get it to Latour. Latour will bring it on top over to Hershey. Hershey will look and he'll take the 3, and that one's going to be out, and that's going to do it. The Liberty Christian Patriots are going to advance to the championship game tomorrow, take on Berean Baptist. with their 17-point victory here, 88-71. So, congratulations to them. Congratulations to Alamance Christian on a great season. Great careers for those seniors. And as always, gracious in defeat, Coach Bailey and his staff, one of the best staffs in the